on Twitter. What is up? What is up? We're live. We're live. Live at, not live at 5, but we're live at 3:30.
How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing all right. I've got myself, Michael Clark here, Brett Waltz, and we're going to talk about, a huge, honestly, don't even, like I said, I've said this a couple times. We've got discounts coming tonight on our subscriptions for the application that are just some of the biggest discounts we've ever ran with. So we've got an active weather pattern coming that I want to talk to you guys about, and then we'll talk about our window tonight from 6 p.m. to midnight on our lightning sale. It's going to be pretty fun. I'm pretty excited for that. But first and foremost, what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen, and we will go over here. Let me pull it around. Here we go. And what I want to talk to you about is basically this front coming through that is going to bring severe weather. It's going to bring the potential for snow to the north, a lot of wind, and so on and so forth. So what you're seeing down here across portions of southeastern Arkansas, northeastern Louisiana, northwestern Mississippi is a potential here for really a possible outbreak of tornadoes as we get into tomorrow. All right, and we're really looking at the moderate risk. This is a late season moderate risk for the potential for a tornado outbreak across the deep south. Thunderstorm activity will extend back up into the lower Ohio River Valley as well. Southern Indiana, Illinois under the gun for some stronger thunderstorms as well. So I'm kind of timing this out and kind of look at when initiation is going to really start getting underway. Thunderstorms will really start to fire up right around lunchtime tomorrow across the deep south, or what we call the Arklatex region right down here. Well, it's not really Texas, I guess. Maybe it's a little bit further, but Arkansas and Louisiana. Thunderstorms will start to develop tomorrow as early as 2 o'clock. And then as we go forward, you can see they start to really kind of amp up here on the backside as the low-level jet kicks in. And you see some of those brighter returns here, the radar returns here across portions of Mississippi, Tennessee. Thunderstorms extending, again, all the way up to Kentucky, Indiana tomorrow night. This is around 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow night. And you can see where the cold front is, this red line. That's the freezing line. So big front stretches out from, Wisconsin, Iowa, Kansas, down through the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. There'll be a little backside snow possible. And then you can see the squall line of storms, or this QLCS that we like to call it here across portions of the Ohio Valley. Now this will move out, and thunderstorms will continue to erupt. Check out how much thunderstorm activity really gets going here into the pre-dawn hours of Wednesday across eastern Kentucky, Tennessee, portions of Alabama, and all the way up into here into the interior northeast. Just a really, really big front. In fact, you look at the winds associated with this, and you can see where the front is, but out ahead of it, winds gusting out of the south upwards of 50 miles per hour here as this thing works off to the east. So a big front going to bring a lot of thunderstorm activity and really some potentially very heavy rainfall across the deep south as well. Some folks here are going to be looking at over 2 inches of rain across Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama. And then when you look at total snow, I don't know if I have a snow plot.
I don't think it's on this link.
I don't have a total snow. Here's a decent picture of P-type in snow in inches, but some snow will be possible across the Midwest, Northern Plains, Minnesota, northwestern Wisconsin here, upwards.
Inches, I think,
yeah, but guys, we've got a big change in the weather pattern coming as we get into December. We really got cold air starting to bottle up across portions of northwest Canada, or northwestern Pacific Northwest into western Canada, and we're really going to start to see the dam break, essentially. I mean, the cold air is really going to come down in a big way. I mean, we haven't the cold that we're forecasting, I think, here for December is we haven't seen this kind of cold or this type of pattern being advertised by almost all the ensemble members really since probably 2013, 2010. It's been 10 years. Call it 10
Yeah,
years.
it's a pattern we haven't seen consistently in a decade.
Yeah. Yeah. So just, it's going to be one of those where you're really going to want to um, follow along with us. Keep up to date. And I want to tell you guys, for those of you that have thought about making the switch here, or making the investment here with us, let me pull this over here so you can see this. We are going to have a massive deal tonight, a massive deal, 65% off our premium and our enhanced subscriptions from 6 p.m. to midnight. If you're a business and you've been thinking about our subscription, tonight it's going to run insanely cheap. I think it's $420 for our enhanced. I can't even really believe that we're doing it. Honestly, I know people say that to get attention, but it's an amazing deal. It's the biggest discount we've ever done. And if you're a business, you can literally talk and communicate with our staff from our application. You can look at hour by hour forecast, 10-day forecast, radar, video forecast, you name it. It's on there. You just go to bamwx.com. Again, 6 p.m. to midnight tonight, and you're going to be able to take advantage of our lightning deal. Just click the app, sign up, and it'll get you there. But listen, this is the pattern. This is what we're looking at. This big
was really from all the data, the European, the American, the Canadian models, really suggesting this really big North Atlantic oscillation. NAO North Atlantic oscillation, big negative NAO to develop here over Greenland. The strong North Pacific blocking. The two of these are going to act to really kind of come together and squeeze out a bunch of Arctic air as we get closer into the 13, 14, 15-day period. The change to this has been delayed a couple times, and I believe it's really just trying to figure out when we're going to squeeze all this cold air down to the south and really kind of flood the U.S. with that Arctic air. And I think by, the 11th through the 13th of December, we're really going to start doing that. Initially, it was kind of that 7th to the 8th time frame. We've got a storm in there. But regardless, we're really going to be bringing down some cold air. We kind of look at some of the top cluster data here in the 11 to 15-day period. And this is some of the ensembles broken down. But again, strong agreement that this pattern is going to break. The dam of cold up here in the northwest is going to break. And we will start to see the cold air really spill in. And again, it's this pattern we're talking about that we haven't seen like this in many years. So a true wintry pattern that will probably continue to reload and be present for quite some time. In years where we've had big NAOs and big blocking patterns to the extent of where we're looking at now, a lot of that has lasted through the majority of the winter. And so these patterns can hang around for quite a while, and they can bring
a lot of snow for a lot of people across the country. So, exactly where, we don't really know yet. You look at some of our ensembles over the next 15 days, and we've got, some members that are starting to indicate some snow is going to start to become possible. No big systems to track just yet, but I think by mid-December on, that will really start to change here as we get deeper into this pattern and we start to realize the true potential of the pattern here as we get deeper into the month. And I really think by the 20th to the 25th and right around the holiday season, I think you're going to start to see the cold pattern really settle in. I think you're also going to see at least the tendency or the potential for some of the southeastern ridging to go away and maybe some more western or northwest Pacific blocking, maybe more of that P&A pattern trying to come back. It's all, I think that we're really going to get into a pretty fun pattern here the last part of December with plenty of wintry risk and potential here to, impact folks with snow and ice and wind and cold temperatures. So again, from 6 to midnight, 65% off, guys, on the lightning sale. Go to bamwx.com right at the top. And our application it's incredible. I mean, it's the best there is. It has everything you can imagine. And you can literally talk to a meteorologist. If you're a business owner, you can send us a text and be like, "Hey, what do I need to do based on this? What decisions do I need to make?" And we're gonna show you. I mean, some of the biggest organizations in the country use us. So we're not a fly by night. the real deal. And you have the opportunity tonight to take advantage of some really, really big discounts for our services for the year. They will end at midnight. So we'll come back on here a little later. All right. If those of you on TikTok, if you don't follow us, hit the follow button. Make sure you're following us. Share it with a friend, tag a friend, a weather enthusiast, somebody who wants to get this type of information. Listen, our long range section in the application is pretty amazing. It's got video analysis, our week 1, week 2 maps. We're talking about professional long range weather analysis that you can get every day for literally what's 420 divided by 12? Gosh, I mean it's it's just a silly cheap number. $35 a month.
Yep.
So
and that's analysis like this every single day.
Even more in depth than
yeah,
this.
even more in depth than this every single day. Local forecasts by meteorologists every single day. Talk to a meteorologist. Ask us. I see a lot of you on TikTok asking us questions, and I wish that I could get to all of you. Again, that's what the app is for.
Yep.
Again, that's $420 for the year. It may sound steep, but when you break it down to per day,
mm-hmm.
I mean, it's less than what you'd spend on a cup of coffee at Starbucks, right?
Yeah. Especially if you're a weather enthusiast and you break it down today, it's $1.15. So
yeah,
can't beat it. Great pattern to get excited for and to look forward to. So we'll keep you posted, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again here soon.